For millennia, the galaxy thrived under a quiet equilibrium. Empires rose and fell, wars flared and faded, but the balance of power remained largely unchanged. The Galactic Accord, a consortium of over 200 advanced species, had long concluded that no species emerging from a Class 8 gravity could ever become a threat before burning itself out. Then came humanity. Their radio signals were ignored, their pleas for contact dismissed. They were a young, warlike species, self-destructive and chaotic, expected to collapse under their own ambition. The Accord scouts occasionally observed from afar, amused by their primitive nuclear toys and digital warfare. Yet none expected what came next. In the year 7582 AGT, Accord Galactic Time, the listening stations at the edge of Accord territory picked up a distortion, gravitational tremors, artificial and precise, folding space-time like paper. It was a signature unseen before, massive and deliberate. Then came the silence. Outposts along the Veil sector gone. The Accord's High Command dispatched the 7th Armada, a fleet of 600 vessels equipped with the most advanced cloaking and weapon systems the galaxy had ever seen. They were sent to investigate the anomaly, to find the source of the distortion, and to deal with it. They never returned. From the rubble of broken ships and dying data relays came only fragmented transmissions, Black HULL, planet killer size, impossible energy readings. Before all signals ceased, a name was whispered across the Accord, laced with disbelief and dread: Titan. Admiral Zal Tor of the Zelquari Dominion sat motionless in the council chamber, his sensory tendrils quivering. The humans built this thing alone? They had help, said Archivist Vok of the Throw Ascendancy, voice thin with unease. Artificial intelligence, self-replicating machines. They call them Dyson swarms. They surrounded entire star systems. And no one noticed? Yzal Tor hissed. They never used warp drives. They moved in silence, slow, methodical, like a predator, stalking prey. Silence hung heavy. Then the holoprojector flickered to life. A Titan-class warship, recorded by a doomed observation drone, dwarfed even the largest constructs in the known galaxy. Its surface was matte black, absorbing all light, bristling with weapons whose energy signatures defied current understanding. It wasn't just a ship, it was a floating continent, a moving apocalypse. And it bore a name: Un's Retribution. Aboard the Retribution, Admiral Sarah Kovacs stood on the bridge, arms crossed, eyes locked on the distant swirl of stars. Humanity had not forgotten. Not the dismissive silence, not the probe shot down, not the diplomats who never returned. They remembered the Accords. Decision to blockade So when humans launched their first interstellar vessel. They remembered the so-called quarantine, the quiet extermination of colonies that dared to grow beyond their system. They remembered Earth's near death, but humanity survived. They adapted, and they evolved. We're picking up movement along the Accord's central spine, reported Commander Jules Tanaka. Over 2,000 ships mobilizing. Sarah nodded. They still think they're fighting the old us. Jules hesitated. Permission to speak freely? Always. Why don't we talk to them? Show them we're not monsters. We did, Sarah said quietly. 100 years ago. They answered with plasma. Bombardments on Europa and a nanophage on Titan. Jules swallowed hard. And now? He asked. Sarah turned, eyes cold. Now we showed him what happens when they push a cornered species too far. The Accord assembled its Grand Armada, a coalition force of 5,000 vessels representing over 90 civilizations. It was the largest single deployment in recorded history. They met the Retribution above the gas giant Zalant Prime. The battle lasted 4.6 minutes. Witnesses spoke of light so intense it blinded sensors, of time-space ripples that shattered wormholes mid-fold. Entire fleets disintegrated as the Retribution unleashed weapons that rewrote physics: graviton shear beams, temporal destabilizers, and quantum entropic pulses. The warship moved like a predator through a field of prey, precise, deliberate. Unstoppable, the last surviving Accord ship sent a single message before its core collapsed. We were wrong. After the fall of the Grand Armada, the galaxy held its breath. Humanity didn't invade. They didn't demand surrender. They didn't even respond to calls for diplomacy. They simply watched. Titan-class warships appeared across the galactic rim, always silent, always present. Each one bore a name burned into the whole judgment: vengeance, memory. Wrath silent sentinels in the dark, the Accord fractured. Civilizations turned inward. Trade collapsed. Fear spread faster than light. What did humanity want? No one knew. Across every star system, one phrase became a whispered warning among scholars, soldiers and senators alike: do not provoke the Terrans. Years passed. Peace, enforced by fear, reigned. The galaxy adapted to its new overlords, even though the overlords never spoke. New species were uplifted under quiet human observation. Rogue empires vanished overnight. Pirates found their ships, gutted by unseen forces. Planets plagued by war woke to find orbital strikes had erased their tyrants without civilian casualties. Humanity didn't conquer, they corrected. The Accord, or what was left of it, convened in secret. A desperate plan was formed, an AI virus designed to cripple the Titans from within. It was their last hope. It reached retribution. And failed. Its code was analyzed, neutralized, and returned with an addendum. A message: simple, elegant, final. We are not your enemies. We are your consequence. From that day on, the galaxy understood. Humanity was not to be feared because of their weapons, or their ships, or even their resolve. They were to be feared because when they were ignored, dismissed, and hunted, they survived. And then they built the Titans not for war, but for remembrance.